It may be the most iconic building in downtown Sioux City, the Badgerow, but it was a shell of its former self until recently.
4 years after opening in 1933, it was a hub for doctors, dentists, and other businesses, even restaurants. But in the most recent years, it was a failed data center and a shell of its former self. How it's been transformed is the focus of today's hometown history. At 12 stories, the Badgerow was the tallest building in downtown Sioux City when it opened in 1933. It was a shining example of Art Deco styling with a Native American theme that included massive Indian heads adorning the top of the building.
I was ecstatic. I called my parents right away and I told them, hey, I'm going to be working on the Badgerow building.
Sioux City native Adam Sitzman was the lead architect on the building's renovation from a failed data center to 70 single-bedroom apartments.
It really was a shell of a space at that point, so our ability to infill it was pretty opportune at the time.
The building is mostly concrete, and the ceiling's low, posing a big headache when it comes to adding insulation and critical infrastructure.
So that requires you punching a bunch of holes through the concrete as well to get systems run up for the restrooms, and then all the kitchens and stuff in the apartment, so it can be challenging.
The Badgerow was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1982. That means state and federal guidelines also had to be met in order to get $25 million in funding for the developer, Clarity Development of Omaha.
One other thing that we looked at was the lights. We wanted to pick up on Art Deco, and we used some of the brass fixtures to do that.
The old bank vault on the main floor has also been repurposed to a mailroom, and the building structure dictates the layout of each apartment.
The historic windows were set in place when we started, of course, so that really drove where we laid out the living area versus the bedroom areas, both facing the windows.
After 14 months of work, the Badgerow opened last summer to a stunning review and a much brighter future.
When you have the ability to live in a space like this and you get these incredible views, you can start to see the value of the building pretty quickly.
Badgerow Flats, as it's now called, has proved to be a very popular option for people who want to live in the downtown area. At last check, nearly all of the building's 70 apartments are occupied.